Welcome to Macro Magic. I'm Sheri Damaris, and with me today in our kitchen, our new studio kitchen, is Birgit Leuders.
Hey!
You might have recognized Birgit before. She's been on a number of our shows. Mm-hmm. And while we haven't seen each other, she's informed me that she's written more books. Yes. So a total of 4 books that you now have.
I think I'm 5. We were talking about it. It's kind of like, the 3 years with COVID became a blur, and I was just writing one book after the next. So I don't even know anymore how many, but I think it's around 5, yeah.
So today, Birgit's an iridologist, but she's also a master herbalist and wellness coach. And today she's going to tell us a little bit about her new retreat that she's hosting in Bali. And to kick that off, she's making these beautiful dishes that are tropical in nature. Macrobiotics, we use foods that are indigenous to our area. So you'll see some pineapple in there, you might see a banana, all because these are dishes that we hope that you will make when you come on your retreat with Birgit in Bali.
Thank you for having me. And I was thinking we can just chat and then make a sampling line. Because usually the cooking in tropical areas is not that much because you're so hot already in the tropicals, and also in our season in the summers, with July, August. But I love to make the Thai jar salad. And to do that, I was already preparing and kind of chopped things up for us. But we're going to make a sampling line by that I give you a jar.
Nice. And this is the finished product, right?
Yeah, that's how it should look like. So I give you one, and I have one. I already made the dressing. So generally when we make salads, we don't want to put the dressing on if you keep it for longer in the fridge, right? But with the jars, you can put the dressing right in the bottom because it doesn't touch the vegetables or anything. So it's just the layer then from the top. So what I have you do is start right here. This is a great dressing that I changed a little bit because usually people always take peanut butter, but I want to point out that I found this amazing different nut kind of butter, and it has in there cashews, almonds, flaxseed, chia seeds, hazelnuts, pumpkin seeds. Sweet. And you know how I love pumpkin seeds with the zinc and the immune system. So explore around. If you get inspired with those jar salads, you can change anything you want. This is just one idea. So I changed this to this nut butter. Then I like a little bit maple syrup, but good one, right? So a little bit. I take more a low sodium. Many people have,
gluten intolerance.
Yes, that's MSG and gluten-free too. Yeah, and then I also do always for my oil more the sesame seed oil. So that's already done. We prepared that so that we can just kind of jet and start our jar.
Beautiful.
So the way I would like you to start is taking 2 tablespoons from that salad dressing. I put that over here.
And we put that in the bottom of the jar, so when you tip the jar out, it's spreads.
Perfect. Yeah, it should
salad.
pour nicely over it.
Nice.
And then take this one. So you can do whatever you want. It's kind of almost like, have you ever made candles? With different colors.
This is great activity, even for kids.
Yeah, that's why.
Because they turn out so beautiful in the jar.
See, I even I like a lot of dressing, so I put already more in there.
Or maybe I should have put more.
Yeah, you want to come back to this? Come back to the sauce.
We did this with Christine Waltmeyer years ago, and she made a tahini dressing with pinto beans, which I thought was really interesting.
Perfect. And that's exact. And then also here, many people say, well, I don't have time, I work all day, I have children to pick up from. Then go like this. I know that's not so microbiotic, but I'm all for quick fixes.
Well, we always say good, better, best.
You do?
If you're not going to eat beans, eat canned beans. If you're not going to, cook your brown rice.
Yes.
Definitely having brown rice is better than not having it.
That's why a little quick, but I also make sure it's a good brand, organic, and it's not MSG, but you can do that, and you don't even have to make a quinoa, which is really not that hard. But quinoa is pretty much a protein as well. I always pointed out that people think it's a grain. It is per se, but it comes from the sunflower seed kind of family. So, and then the next one is carrots.
How you cut these carrots? They're like little.
Yeah, what's it called when you make them?
Grated.
Yes, and then they look a little prettier. And the reason why I'm also having the purple in there is not just because it looks pretty, but I like to cover many colors, so then we have for sure lots of vitamins and minerals in that salad. Isn't that fun? That's why
And
I'm
these
like,
are zucchini?
yeah, I just cut them very tiny because it most
I
likely,
love the cuts. They make it.
see how fun that
Textures
is?
are fun.
And it really tastes amazing. Like I said, next time you can just put like kale there, you know what I mean? I don't even have kale here, or you can do also lettuce and chop it really thin.
And you can just pack these for lunch, you know, in the office or school or wherever you're going.
And here's the great thing from that, it's good for 4 days in the refrigerator.
Oh, nice.
So that's why I was saying it's okay to put your dressing in there too, you know, because most likely you don't want to, because you don't want to get soggy lettuce, right?
Right.
But in this case, it just stays
It's like
strong.
marinated in the jar.
Perfect. And that color, I mean, I love purple cabbage, not only because it's high in fiber, it's also great for anti-cancer. And we have so many, you know, disease now with colon cancer and all that. And I feel like if we just kind of make our food more fun looking like this.
Bright colors.
Yes. Then we might maybe just get more nutrients.
Bright and happy.
Yeah, just like my retreat in Bali. So I was talking to you about the retreat, and you said, why don't you come to my show? And I'm like, yeah, let's make a salad. So the retreat is in Bali. And what we do in Bali is exactly what I'm doing here. Is the first few days I want to just like detox, like I call it reboot, restore and heal. And so in this case, we come there, we're just gonna start eating high nutritional juices and detoxify from the flight too, because it is a longer flight, we talked about it. But at the end, then I have 7 days long, the best diet ever. Catering and colorful, just like this. Now imagine that all day, right?
Sweet. And you said that when people arrive, they feel like they just completely chill out.
Yeah.
Like it's so relaxing and
Yes.
so, and you know, being by the ocean and being in that natural environment. Plus the people are so spiritual, and they do little food offerings. You were telling me outside of Starbucks and all the different restaurants.
Yeah, exactly. The food offerings are like colorful and beautiful. So I think I brought a picture from that estate we're staying there. It's called Bedulo Estate, and it's on the cliff. Not many people can get there, so you have to be physically strong because you have to really walk up like 300 meters. It's not that much, you know, to the entrance, because it's literally built into the cliff. And it's on, literally in it. And there goes this little stream by. I don't think they even have a name for it because it's so hidden. And my people from the retreat, we are excluded there just with the staff, and there's nobody else going there. So it's not like a hotel where people pass by too. It's really just my group.
You're excluded in
Yes.
nature. But also the good news is you've sold out your first retreat,
Pretty
right?
much,
Which is
yes,
exciting.
yeah.
So-
But if you're still interested, make sure that you contact me, and I'll put you on a waiting list, because you never know what happens. It's in June 24th till July 1st, so things sometimes happen that people who agree to come, you know, sometimes can't. But the reason why I fell in love with this estate was not only that local people told me about it, it is because I went to their yoga studio. I talked to you about it, and I think I brought the next picture, is about this yoga studio. So I'm a yoga instructor as well, and if you want to draw it or paint it, the perfect yoga studio, then that's the one. It's like literally like this Balinesian house with no walls, and it has this triangle roof, and it's wood, and you look out to the stream and to the jungle, and that's the yoga space.
Paradise.
So paradise. Yeah. So when I saw that, the first thing I remembered was, I have to bring somebody here. That's how really this whole retreat kind of came, because I felt guilty of not being able to share it. Yes.
And
yes.
you've been successful in doing that because apparently you bought a house there, right?
Yes.
So you'll be living there and teaching there in years to come.
And that's why many people say, why Bali? Like many people go to retreats, maybe somewhere local, but I slowly consider myself local in Bali because I fell in love with it when I told you, a child. My dad had to relocate us for several weeks and months to Bali when I was like 15 or 16, and I remember that so vividly because it was my first big flight and everything was new, and I arrived there and I fell in love with the culture.
Wow.
Everything, like you said, it's so sacred and so peaceful, right? And everybody is happy for each other. There's no me alone, it's always a us, and the energy itself is phenomenal. From, there's a saying that evidently chakras, right, our chakras, the earth has its own chakras and all 7 chakras are lined underneath Bali. Isn't that amazing? So look at our nice little jars here. So here's another trick that we can do. You can just store it like this now for 4 days in the fridge, right, and take it to work. Or when you come home and you had a stressful day already and you just want like a salad, then all what you do is then you can shake it or you can just dump it out. And this is what we're going to try to now do on live TV, right? I hope it's going to look as pretty as I'm thinking, hoping. So all what we're going to do is then just kind of like pour it out.
Sweet.
See?
Oh my gosh. So easy to
do. And it looks like a piece of art, doesn't it?
Yes, it's so beautiful in color.
So when people say to me, as I'm a wellness coach as well, so I coach people how to find good healthy food, but quick and fast. I mean, we haven't even cooked in a way. Like I said, you don't even have to cook quinoa in a way. You just kind of buy all good sources. That's important, I think.
And make some good dressing.
Yes.
That's the key. I think.
Yes.
You need some dressing.
Yeah, and then you can store that in a refrigerator too, I think up to like 3 weeks sometimes when you make your own dressing. So that's pretty much it for
That's beautiful.
our kind of little magic here.
So you've been on our show a number of times, some to talk about your iridology, because you teach iridology, which is amazing, the study of the eyes and
Thank
health. And then several times to just talk about herbal drinks. And the second part of our show, you're going to show a simple tropical smoothie, right?
Yes,
Made
yes.
out of turmeric.
Yes, yeah. Because turmeric is like, you know how in nutritional business, there are certain ingredients become a buzz, right? And I think the buzz was turmeric and ashwagandha. Ashwagandha, everybody knows nowadays too, right? And so people start buying supplements of turmeric in capsules, right? So you can literally take capsules full of turmeric, but when it is so easy to just sprinkle some in your favorite smoothie or in a favorite recipe. Even here you could kind of sprinkle a little bit turmeric on it, and it's anti-inflammatory, and so that's why I got inspired with this fashionable herb.
Sweet. So we're going to take a commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to learn how to make a turmeric smoothie and hear more about Birgit's Bali retreat.
Yes!
Hi, I'm Angela Pipersberg, and I have a new show here in RVN Television called The Angela Pipersberg Show. And I want you to join me every week as I sit with guests and we discuss their life journeys, share wisdom, and tips that will inspire you to live your best life. Don't miss The Angela Pipersberg Show every week here on RVN Television, where we're celebrating life and we're inspiring you to greatness.
Hi, I'm Dr. Esther Malave, and welcome to my show, Achieving a Better You. Through this show, we're going to explore ways to make a better version of you. For example, nutrition, finance, fitness, health. Remember that there's always a way of making a better version of yourself, no matter what the circumstances are. And remember to look for Achieving a Better You show on RVN-TV.
Some say the world has never been more divided, more self-centered,
Gosh, thank you so much.
more uncaring,
Thank you. Oh, miss. Thank you.
that we've never been more disconnected. But through our windows, we're able to see so much good every day. And it's clear that a little kindness is never really little.
Did you know that only 8% of people who set their goals, they actually succeed in achieving them? Well, if you want to be a part of that 8%, then you need to tune into Achieve with Wanda Martin, where I will teach you tips, tools, and strategies on how to achieve your goals in any field and on any level. So tune in, watch me on the RVN network on how to achieve your goals and be a part of that 8%.
Hi, I'm Angela Pipersberg, and I have a new show here in RVN Television called The Angela Pipersberg Show. And I want you to join me every week as I sit with guests and we discuss their life journeys, share wisdom, and tips that will inspire you to live your best life. Don't miss The Angela Pipersberg Show every week here on RVN Television, where we're celebrating life and we're inspiring you to greatness.
Hi, I'm Dr. Esther Mullave, and welcome to my show, Achieving a Better You. Through this show, we're going to explore ways to make a better version of you. For example, nutrition, finance, fitness, health. Remember that there's always a way of making a better version of yourself, no matter what the circumstances are. And remember to look for Achieving a Better You show on RVN-TV.
Some say the world has never been more divided, more self-centered,
Gosh, thank you so much.
more uncaring,
Thank you. Oh, miss. Thank you.
that we've never been more disconnected. But through our windows, we're able to see so much good every day. And it's clear that a little kindness is never really little.
Did you know that only 8% of people who set their goals, they actually succeed in achieving them? Well, if you want to be a part of that 8%, then you need to tune into Achieve with Wanda Martin, where I will teach you tips, tools, and strategies on how to achieve your goals in any field and on any level. So tune in, watch me on the RVN network on how to achieve your goals and be a part of that 8%.
Hi, I'm Angela Pipersberg, and I have a new show here in RVN Television called The Angela Pipersberg Show. And I want you to join me every week as I sit with guests and we discuss their lives.
Welcome back to Macro Magic. I'm with Birgit Leuders, and she's a wellness coach and a master herbologist and an iridologist. And she's currently talking to us about some of the foods that they typically eat in tropical areas, such as Bali and her new retreat center and retreat happening soon in June in Bali. So welcome back. And now we're going to find out how to make a turmeric smoothie.
Exactly. And before we go further, I think I brought you a picture from my first breakfast in Bali when I went back after this long childhood misery by not being there. I went back there.
When did you go back after?
I went
for the first time?
For the first time again was only like, I think 5 years ago or 6 years. Yeah, like, you know, life takes over and children and, you know, opportunities and jobs.
But not forgotten.
No, never forgotten. And so when I got there the first time and I got this fruit plate, half of the fruits I couldn't even identify. You know, because we're not used to those, you know what I mean? Like
dragon fruit.
Yes,
and
it was cut so beautiful. It looked literally like I should not eat it. It's like a blade of art, right? Wow. And so I brought the picture, and every time I get it, many times when I'm there, I'm just as excited.
Sweet.
And that's why I came here with this kind of idea, because orange, yellow, you know, is
All the different colors.
yeah, is so vibrant, and I want to get us already excited about our vacation. So the first thing I have you do is, I'm here with a bullet, again, going quick and ready to go. You know, I always work with many women, they have many, you know, plates in the air and no time. So this is all what you have to wash then, because you just put it in your bullet, right? And blend it up, and that's it. We don't need to get really fancy and extravagant with the blenders. And so the first thing we do is just put the lemon juice in there.
Both halves, or?
Yeah.
Okay. Putting your little seeds in there.
Yeah, that's okay. We get a little bit more calcium. That's why I was wanted to. Yes, that's okay. I blend it all up, and like, you know, evidently this is like 800 like powerhouse or whatever. It is so loud. It's like a plane is taking off. So I think I might not even turn it off, but you get the idea.
Just straighten it out.
Every time my dog hears me making my blender, he runs off into the next room or a basement, because he knows
The bullet.
the bullet is a bullet. So the next one after this is just pineapples and mango. You know, you can just like scoop it out. You can scoop it out with like, you know, this one, yeah.
So this is the mango.
Yeah, and
again, we don't eat them so much around here, but
Yes.
down in the tropics.
That's what I wanted to say too. Remember, this is my recipe inspired for my retreat, June 24th, July 1st. And pineapples too, yeah.
All of it you want?
Just a little bit, yeah, not all of it. And, you know, I gave a recipe too for the picture here for you guys, but you can wing it. Because at the end, the ingredients all work well together. So I usually use like, you know, a little bit more, and then I use here a half cup of non-dairy yogurt. This is made from cashews. We were talking about it, that many people are now changing into more nut milks, because we finally all realized that digesting yogurt, dairy is a little hard to do for us. Maybe for the baby cow.
So they have some nice, Kite Hill I know is a nice brand, a couple of nice brands
Yes.
of soy-based yogurts.
Yeah. And you were just talking that you creating organic soybean farming, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
in one of my shows we'll be talking about a tofu company we're starting in Africa.
And that's exactly where I'm at, because I'm not such a big fan of the soy milk per se that we find here, because we just don't know exactly where it comes from. That's why I use more the cashew yogurt or almond. And in this case, it's probiotics added too, which gives you this little bit. And then the next thing, we were just talking about what almond milk, the one that has only 3 ingredients, which is the almonds, the water. So that's the one we want to take too. Yes.
How much?
Just measure it like a little bit. So it's, you can, yeah, I think that's perfect.
Okay.
And then the best thing from all is the turmeric. We
that's a
just
half
do like, yeah. And the vanilla extract. If you buy a yogurt already with vanilla, then you don't even need that, you know, for, but I always have
So
one.
about a half teaspoon of turmeric. We use that in tofu scramble. It makes it look like eggs.
Nice.
Yes.
And
a
the
half
same,
teaspoon
yeah,
of
same thing. And like I said, usually now, that's pretty much it. It's very, very simple, but also very, very good. Like it tastes almost like a dessert. Like nobody has to be forced to eat it. My daughter loves smoothies too, but they have to be, you know, a certain ratio of sweet and tart. So all what I would do now is I screw that on that lid, and then you just kind of put it right in here. Then the birds and dogs all run away. And the result is here. So it's pretty much then like a very citrusy kind of taste.
Oh, nice.
So if you want to try it,
Wow.
it's not summer yet for us, but you know.
The turmeric is really anti-inflammatory, which is nice
Yeah.
because so many people have inflammatory diseases now.
and that's why I made it a little bit more
It's
chunky.
interesting color too.
Right.
Oh, cheers.
Cheers.
To Bali.
Yeah, to Bali. See, I'm telling you,
Very nice.
you have this little like lemon in the back, then suddenly that hits you with the turmeric.
It's like a sour, sweet taste.
Yeah, the lemon,
balances
right?
out.
I know, I love it. With this tiny little vanilla in the back that comes afterwards. You taste it afterwards.
Very nice with the vanilla.
So imagine now you have a stressful work in the office, and then you eat your nice little salad right here, right? And then you going to have a nice little drink in the afternoon, and all what it took.
Yeah, very cooling.
Yes, especially when it's summer and the AC is on in the office buildings. Maybe you want to take the lunch outside. Isn't it true?
Not freeze to death.
So with this said is the Bali retreat. If you're interested, just let me know. I have the
How can
contact.
people reach you?
So I have a contact information up right now after this interview here about my wellness coaching program, which is still my major important thing. It's as an herbalist, I use food as my medicine, right? So it doesn't help me to give my clients many of herbs, if they don't change their habits of how they're eating.
The base.
And sometimes it's just too overwhelming for my clients to do it on their own. So I have this wellness coaching program. It takes 4 till 12 weeks. And every week we kind of bring another diet into whatever is necessary, like a little anti-inflammatory or detoxifying or cleansing or nourishing or nurturing. Because you can't believe it, many people always think nutrients, healthy food has to be a detoxifying food. But then we're stuck in detoxifying constantly. And then, of course, they go from one extreme to the next.
And you get really weak when you detoxify that much.
Yeah.
You have to have more strengthening foods.
Right. And so in this case, I do still this wellness coaching program that leads to the retreat. So that's why I called my retreat Reboot, Restore, and Heal. Is rebooting really is your lifestyle of eating healthy. Restoring is more about my whole workshops and seminars that I offer at the retreat, which is yoga, Pilates. I have workshops, they're only an hour, but we talk about chakras, we talk about meditation, herbalism, how to take care of your body in the 4 seasons.
You probably run into a lot of people who live in Bali that will teach you things about herbal remedies and healing, and which is exciting because you can include them on the retreat as well.
And the healing part in Bali is just showing up there as healing. I can't explain it. I was trying to explain it to you what it feels like arriving there. It's just in the air, literally. So if you're interested, there is a QR code that I brought in here. And nowadays, everybody has QR codes. And when you scan that with your phone after the show, or you will see it right now, you can get access to my itinerary of my brochure. So then you can see exactly where we're staying. I have 2 locations, one in the mountains and one at the beach. Yes, because healing, you also have to be in the ocean, right? So we are in the mountains for the first 4 days, and then the last 3 days we're going down to the beach.
Oh my God.
And that beach is very interesting because there was a volcanic outbreak, I don't know how many years ago, 6, 7 years, I'm not sure yet, but the sand is more black, right?
Like in Hawaii, the black sand beaches.
Yes, and that's high in minerals.
Yes,
So-
very healing to walk on.
Yeah, so it looks a little dirty beach kind of, but that's why I bring down my retreatees
Great.
into.
So you get a taste of everything in Bali for this retreat.
So then we're 5 minutes away from the beach, and people can just do yoga now on the beach and meditate on the
wonderful because
beach.
you've arranged all the food so people feel comfortable, just buying the one package deal, but then all their needs are met.
And the food was actually my most important factor in this whole retreat because I'm coming from the food. I worked with many different caterings together, and I have a private chef, and we put this perfect diet together. Every breakfast, every lunch, and every dinner has been controlled from me in those 7 days, because that is really my message.
Wow,
Right.
Birgit, it's so wonderful you've done that.
Awesome.
Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thanks.
I'm so excited to go home and try these dishes, especially in the summer, I think.
Yeah.
Be really nice, and excited to hear more about
Yeah.
how you're doing in Bali. We're very jealous. It's very cold here. It's like snowing outside.
I know, and I talk about it.
Well, thanks, viewers, for tuning in, and make sure to visit our website, macromagic.com, to read the latest news on our film documentaries, TV shows, and cooking classes. See you next time.
Thanks for coming.
Bye.